All right, guys, I am back with another video. This one, I am going to dive into COVID, and this is going to be not going to be your typical video on COVID. So, a lot of times, what you guys are seeing online is going to be when people are talking about COVID is something to do with the vaccine, something to do with how the government handled it, all of that. It doesn't. I don't. I'm not even going to be talking about that right now. What I want to talk about is what I don't see people talking about, and it's going to be my experience in the beginning days of COVID. And what I mean by that is the when the lockdowns hit here in the U.S., what my family went through, and what I took away from that time. So, quick story, I guess, or quick summary of what happened for those that either don't remember or don't understand whatever it was, or had different situations than what my family had. Was in March 2020, the lockdown started to hit, and of course at the time I'm a painter, and I run my own painting business. I have jobs lined up. We have to get to different things. So, and then at the time, what I would have had 5 kids, I guess at that time. We've had 2 since then. So we're worried about, okay, am I even going to be able to work? Aside from, I'm not even going to go into the disease, deaths, nothing like that. And I'm not trying to downplay any of that. I don't want to get into the controversial stuff of any of that. So this is non-controversial stuff in this video here, non-controversial topics. But from our opinion, or from our view, what was happening was, I'm wondering, am I going to be able to go to work on Monday? The lockdowns are coming. By Friday, I think. I don't know, remember what day it was, but are we even going to be able to leave the house? We're going to be able to do this. It was just a time of uncertainty. The soccer league we play in the spring soccer league was canceled. Even the kids' summer camp that summer had been canceled. You could sign up in the spring, and then by the time it came to it, it was canceled. And just, again, a time of uncertainty. We don't know what's going on. And churches, you couldn't go to church. We started doing church online a lot of times. It's just a busy, or not busy time. It was a chaotic time, I guess I should say. So again, I ended up staying working the full time, all the time. Was able to, leave on a Friday when the lockdowns were hitting. I think it could have been a different day, but show back up to work on Monday. Nice thing for me is I had a bunch of exterior jobs, and when that was hitting, we had a warmer spring, I'll say, and we were able to continue to work outside even in March, so I didn't have to quit working. If it was insides, I don't think I would have. In fact, I think all my interior work just dried up. And people weren't calling me. People weren't calling me to do more jobs. People were calling to back out of some interior jobs or hold off on them. There were very few that stayed going, and that's because we were able to be separated. They lived in the basement while I painted the main level. We were painting out a new house. Whatever it was, there wasn't a lot of interaction. But with everything being canceled, even church for a while was not canceled, but went online. So we're not getting the kids up and spending an hour getting ready, getting the kids dressed, presentable for church. We were able to just sit there and watch church on our computer or our phones. And then no soccer practices. We weren't doing anything on Saturdays. We didn't feel like we always had to be getting together with family. We just had a time of our own, I guess. We had our time back. And that's I guess the point I want to get into here is we loved it. I mean, again, I'm not talking anything about the disease. I'm not saying we loved that part of it. We loved that we could come home and spend time as a family. We were having dance parties. My kids love dance parties when they were younger, and the younger kids still do. They still ask us to have dance parties. And what I mean by that is we have a couple laser lights, disco ball type things. I don't know what the exact term is for them, but we plug these in, 2 things in. They actually go with the beat of the music. I don't know how they do that, but they go with the beat of music, and they just put lights all over our living room. So we wait till it gets dark outside, close all the curtains up as well, and put these lights on and turn on some music and just dance to some music. And sometimes this would only last 3, 4, 5 songs, and that's it. But the kids the younger kids especially, again, got to get up, got to dance, got to have fun. I'm out there dancing with them. My wife would join in occasionally, and we just had a good time. And again, maybe that last 10, 15 minutes tops. My kids were having, I think once they had a cookie baking contest in there. One night we had a dance party, and then the kids, I was the judge of their cookie baking contest. So great night for me. I get to try all these cookies. We'd have movie nights, so we'd go make some popcorn, have a movie night, and it was just good family time. So my point to that, and what I took away from it, is we need to have more of this. And sometimes I in no way want something like COVID to happen again. So there's no way somebody can take this and say, well, he just wants all this to happen again, or wants more people to die. Obviously, not even close to that. But sometimes I do want just my family time. And I want to sit around with my family and watch a movie, have a dance party, which reminds me, we need to do that more often. So I need to have a dance party with my kids. Especially my now 7-year-old just absolutely loves it and asks me all the time. So I need to do that more. But we like the family time. We liked how the family time happened, and we just had time to focus on being a family. When we're going anywhere out to eat, nothing. We weren't doing hardly anything, I guess. We got a lot of work on the yard. We got a lot of work done on the yard. The yard completely changed. I have some land here, so the 2 acres that we live on, I guess, which isn't a lot of land, but to some people that's huge. That was changed a lot. We did a lot of work, just things that we've been meaning to clean up for a while, or take down, tear down, build something up, whatever it was. We were able to do a lot of that. We ordered fruit in, not necessarily because we're worried about, are we going to be able to feed ourselves with the whole food thing with COVID, but more so it's like, well, we want this food. We want to grow all this fruit. And the toughest part of growing fruit is taking the time to set it all up, planting the trees, planting the bushes, the vines, whatever you're doing. The strawberries we had, that took a lot of time, planting all those strawberries, but it paid off when we're getting 5-gallon buckets full of strawberries. And again, we were able to do that because we weren't doing anything else. We didn't have the soccer games to go to all Saturday. Like I did just a couple of days ago, we show up, it's a 30-minute drive over there. We have our first game, I have to be there at 9, so we're out the door by 8:15 or something. And then we're not getting home until 3:30 in the afternoon, just because we have a bunch of games to get to, because we have so many kids, and my wife and I both coach, so we're also involved in those with those other teams as well. So but again, it took me back. It really hit me hard going through COVID, that the time, not the actual disease, that we need to have more family time. And our family cherished that time that we were able to just sit around and talk, hang out, have fun, get stuff done around the house, and just have a good time. So we've made it a point since then to do that sometimes. So again, you would think with 7 kids, we get the comments all the time. How do you guys do it? My 2 kids are so busy that I don't have time to do anything else but take care of these 2 kids. And I can say, well, the reason we do have time is because we make the priority, I guess our priorities are different. We're not always busy. There are times on a Friday, Saturday night where we just stay in the house. And again, we do that movie night, or we've had some dance parties since then. We're just reminding me here doing that. We're going to have more dance parties with the younger kids. So we take that as we make that the priority. Occasionally, even the bigger kids are gone, but we can do that with the younger kids. Maybe, let's say, the older 2, or just my daughter, the oldest one, is off with her friends, or we get her dropped off somewhere, or she has another friend upstairs, and we can still do those things with the younger kids and be involved with them in that way. So again, it just made us realize that we need more of that family time versus nonstop busy. So I urge you to do that as well. If you guys are, as I say, if you're stressed out, if you feel like you're overwhelmed with things sometimes, but it doesn't have to be that. You don't have to wait till you're stressed out to do this. Take some family time. Just tell, I've done another video. You can check that out on being involved in sports. Too many sports with your kids and staying busy with that. If you are in that phase of life, watch the video, because I urge you to, I kind of stress and give the reasons why not to be so involved or so busy with that. But if you are, wait until you get a weekend, don't schedule anything. Even if it's just for one night. You don't even have to schedule going out to eat with your spouse. You don't have to schedule anything. Just say, kids, Friday night, we're going to come home, we're going to hang out. We're just going to relax. We're not going to, I don't want the kids up. I don't want your kids upstairs in your rooms watching TV, playing on your phone, whatever it is. Say, we're going to find a movie that we like as a family. We're going to sit down here. We're going to have a dinner, whether we're going to cook something, we're going to order pizza, whatever it is. We're just going to hang out and have a real family meal together. And I don't mean the food you're eating, but I mean the time you're spending together. And we're going to have that family meal. And then we're going to do something our family enjoys. Again, that could be a movie, that could be a game night, whatever it is. And just take that time as a family, because I believe that that's a huge benefit as your kids get older as well. Because I don't want to see the cycle of everybody, the parents are busy. They keep the kids involved in sports, so they're busy. So the only thing the kids know by then, when they become adults, is how to stay busy. So then they're nonstop busy. They have their kids nonstop busy, and we're losing that family unit. We're using the family core, and it's causing more issues. It's just overflowing into different other societal issues that we have going on right now. Versus if we bring it back, have that family time. Show that we're a family unit and not be not always be busy. I believe that has more benefits than what we can even really talk about. You probably wouldn't even notice it, but I believe it helps build well-rounded kids into well-rounded adults, I guess I should say. So I hope you take that away. Please, if you got some benefit from this, like the video. You can share it with especially other parents, other adults, other kids that are other teenagers, I guess, that are going to be out on their own soon, or maybe even young adults that don't have kids. Sorry, that they're just getting into that family planning age, so they can get started out the right way of again having that family unit be the priority versus being busy all the time. So again, hope you guys got something from this. Share if you can in the comments. What do you guys do? What are your thoughts on some of this stuff? Are you guys always busy? Do you take that time to just have fun as a family and enjoy life? Sometimes watch a movie, play games, whatever it is. What do you like to do? Share that. What are some good family friendly movies? Because I tell you what, we struggle finding that sometimes. Family friendly movies that everybody can watch and actually be entertained. Because there's a lot of movies out there we can watch as a family, but I'm not entertained by most of the cartoon movies. So struggling to find the right movies is a good topic as well. Maybe we'll do one on that at some point. But what are your thoughts on this? So again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you got some benefit from it.